the very current topic, that is the basics which is being going in the MHRD nowadays, that is the NEP policies, National Education Policies for engineers, basically for engineers. So continuing with that, unfortunately, we have our chief guest from IIT Kharagpur, that is Professor Sudeep Misra. But recently I got a message that sir, one of the family member hospitalized. So he has to urgently go to hospital. But seeing that urgency, we can do in that way, the session which is going to be at 10. So we'll prepone the session approximately at 9:45 or 9:50. And at the same time, we got a mail from the AICT people that they are going to inaugurate the whole FDPs, which are going to be there in this week from 13th to 17th. So they are by themselves organizing an inauguration function at 11 a.m. So I'll be forwarding to all the participants that link which has been sent by the AICT, and at 11 approx, the participants has to join that link for the inauguration function which is going to be held at AICT Center, Delhi. So I request all the participants to just freshen up with some tea and coffee, and so that we can make our session preponed, and we'll be doing for the art of the mind control in approximately 10 minutes. So I really feel sorry for the inconvenience, but please kindly adjust with this time schedule, which has changed somewhat. So in a few minutes, our next session, that is the art of mind control, will be going to happen. Thank you.
Faculty members and organizing committee of IIIT Kota, and I thanks to all other faculties of esteemed college and other dear students as well. So it's an honor and privilege for me that you have given a chance to speak about a wonderful topic today. The name is Art of Mind Control. So just to give a brief introduction about it, like we are in a society today where we are always hankering for peace, happiness, satisfaction. And recently I had heard that our retired justice, I think he was telling that today there is no spiritual education, moral education for the society members, and that's why there are so many laggings in the society today. So somewhere it's our responsibility because we are the ones who are guiding the society. It is told like earlier, the gurus, the teachers, they were playing this role very nicely. And this is lying today also on our shoulder that we shall give some kind of culture, some kind of things in the society, right? So today's topic, which I selected and had been given to me, was art of mind control. How to tame our mind, how to control the mind. So mind is, very difficult thing to control if it's our enemy, and it is very easy if it is our friend. So I would like to speak about this topic. So first of all, I give a brief introduction. Just a minute, I'll share my presentation. I hope it is visible to everyone. So I welcome to all of you again. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm just telling some few things so that it can become interesting, and we can take the full advantage out of this presentation. So I just require your 1 hour, and I request you that you shall pay full attention. Don't let your attention go and there. This learning experience belongs to you, and its success rests largely with you. We all know we teach the same thing to our students as well. Kindly switch off your mobile or keep them on silent mode. If you are attending with the mobile only, then there's no other option. But if you are attending with laptop, then I mean to say just keep the restriction away. Then participate in the discussion enthusiastically. I may ask you a few questions in between, so you can please answer them either by raising your hands or in the chat box as well. And I may be making you bored in between because it's a kind of lecture. So you may be feeling very bored or very dozy also sometimes, feeling like sleepy. So even then, you can give a smile sometimes. So I'll have good enthusiasm to speak about. And here with an open mind, always it's a very, very important thing, perceptions, right? So maybe we may be thinking like Swamiji has come and he's going to tell something. So I would like to narrate a story, small story in front of you. It was maybe some 20 or 30 years back story that one girl, she was selected as a IT employee in a company in Bangalore. And then what happened that she was doing well over there. Hardly 1 month passed, and suddenly she got a call from her mother, and mother was living in Bombay. So mother called, my dear daughter, actually I am having suddenly I have got a lot of health issues. So can you please come and see me? So she was like, very much worried, and she booked a flight ticket, and immediately she reached to this airport. After a few hours, she was at the airport, and when she reached there, she got to know. Am I audible, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Prabhuji. My sincere request to all the participants that since
I'm not
this is
able
the
to
very
hear.
fresh morning, this is the very fresh morning, so and we are listening to a very spiritual lecture. So I please request all of us to on their video for some time, so that Prabhuji will get this impression that we are all awake. Thank you, all of you. If you please do that.
I think now voice is coming or not?
Yes, it is coming.
Earlier it was muted. Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, sorry. I have to again start then. I'm really
No,
sorry.
no. I
Yeah.
think from the starting you are audible, but for just 1 minute you have been not able to,
Acha.
like,
Okay.
inaudible.
Okay. So this was there. This you was able to hear ground rules and all the things. Okay, I'll start from here again, right? So just it's my request that we can keep the mobiles away from us and participate in the discussion enthusiastically. You can have a smile wherever you are, and here in an open mind. So I was just telling this story. There was a girl, she got selected in an IT company in Bangalore, and suddenly she got a call from her mother that I'm very sick. Can you please come and see me? So immediately she booked a ticket, and then she reaches to the airport, and then she finds that flight is almost 1 or 2 hour delay. So she just checked in, and then what to do? She was waiting in the waiting lounge, and then she purchased one biscuit packet and one magazine, and she kept both of them in her this hand baggage in a purse. And then she is just waiting. She sat on a chair, and she kept her purse on nearby chair. And then just what to do now? So she took out her magazine and started reading. So then suddenly she heard a voice. Somebody was tearing off a biscuit packet. So she was very surprised. My God, who's there and who's taking my biscuit? So she saw there, and there was a boy who was sitting just next to that chair at which this bag was there. So then she was very surprised, and she was little upset also. What kind of people exist in this planet? They don't have any kind of manners or what? So then she is gazing, but this boy is not at all worried about it. And not only that, he just teared it off and kept the biscuit in between both of them. And then just he started eating the biscuit. And then she was, my God, what kind of ridiculous people exist here? I can't tolerate it anymore. But what to do? So she was also a little bit hungry. So she also picked a biscuit and started eating. And then there was a competition between both of them. And then at the last, there was one biscuit left, and she was very much, like, biscuit belongs to me, I should get it, but at the subtle level, it was there. So then this boy quickly picked up the biscuit, broke into two pieces, and gave half to this girl, and half he ate. Now she could not tolerate. It was really very, a bad thing which has happened with this girl today. So her mind was totally hovering over that incident again and again, and she was not able to keep herself. And just somehow that just she could not shout, but her mind was totally upset. So at that time, then there was the announcement for boarding into the flight. She boarded, and then everything is going into his mind, into her mind, and then she sat, and there she's thinking, took her seat, and her bag was on her lap, and again she is thinking. So just she is about to keep that magazine into the bag. She opened the bag, and she's just keeping the magazine. She saw that her biscuit packet was there only. Biscuit packet was there only. Oh God. So who was eating the biscuit? You can type in your chat box. Who was eating the biscuit of who? Like, who was the you can say guilty person, and who was the sane person? If you wish, you can type. I hope you could have understood what I mean, right? I'm quite new to Webex, so please tolerate me. I'm not used to Webex. Okay. So basically, the girl, she was eating the biscuit of the boy. Not the boy was eating the biscuit of girl. So I mean to just say that there are so many small incidences which happens in our life, and we are not able to tolerate them because of our misunderstanding, because of our perception for the people, for the incidences, for the surroundings, right? So if we can keep our mind little open, then most of the problems will get solved easily, right? But still our mind is not under control. How to control? This is the whole thing actually. So just to start with, I had told you the story because I request you that you please hear with an open mind. Probably there can be something to learn in it, right? Then about Akshay Patra, you may be knowing Akshay Patra is a program which is feeding more than some 70 lakh kids throughout the India. So that is our assistant concern. I belong to Hare Krishna movement, which is spreading our culture throughout the world, and Vedic wisdom, teachings of Vedic wisdom, so that people can learn the ethics, moral values, spiritual values, and much more than humanity. So like that, everything is covered in the Vedic wisdom. So again, welcome to all of you in today's session. The name is Art of Mind Control. So now another presentation. Yes, there it is. The art of mind control is a quite well-known topic, and we all want to control our mind. It's not like that. No one of us is not suffering. Like every one of us having some kind of problem because of the mind, right? Some tension, some issues either in the college or in family or in social life, or maybe it may be at a country level or political level. Many other problems are just due to the mind only, right? So I dedicate this presentation to my spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. On the basis of his teachings only, I am giving you this presentation. Akshay Patra I have already told. So there are three sections in this presentation basically. What is the need for controlling the mind? If you understand what is the need, then only you will try to control the mind. Then second part of the presentation is understanding the mechanism of mind. How does mind work actually? And the third one is methods of mind control. जो हम लोगों को कंट्रोल करना है, माइंड को कंट्रोल करने का तरीका क्या है? What are the methods actually to control the mind? So various methods are there. We'll try to understand those methods finally. So my request, I just want participation from you that what do you think, which one of them is the most important? इन तीनों में से सबसे ज़्यादा important जो part है, which one it is? Either you can type in your chat box or you can raise the hands. I don't know whether the facility is there or not. Anyone would like to tell which one of that part do you feel is the most important? Need for controlling the mind, understanding the mechanism of mind, methods of mind control, whichever you consider. All three, sir. Thank you. Someone has, I can't see the name. Okay, all three. And here are, okay, here from Manisha ma'am, need for controlling the mind. Okay, first one. Understanding about the mind, Dr. R. Ramaiah sir. Then Saurabh Sarkar sir, understanding the mechanism of mind and control of the mind. Okay, Swati ma'am, she has told like that. Okay, so all three are very, very important in fact. And you can say, because the topic of the presentation is mind control, how to control the mind. So third one may be little more like, you can say, you can appreciate more it. But why there are two more parts? If the third one is the most important, if you just say, because हमको वो एक चीज की जानने की जरूरत है, if we don't bother about the other two, that the third one is the most important, it looks like that. But why we are learning the first two also? Because if you are not hungry for something, then you will not be able to enjoy the food. Even you get the most you can say sweetest or most tastiest thing in the whole world, that taste as much as it can give you. So similarly, if we will understand, just like I don't know the WebEx properly, so it's very difficult for me to control the WebEx, right? Because I'm used to other things like Zoom and these kind of things. So need for controlling the mind will make you hungry for controlling the mind, and then after that you understand what is a mind. Mind is basically a machine which will try to understand how does it work, and then the methods of mind control will be more applicable, more you can say you will be able to assimilate into a personality it more and more. Okay, now let's move to first section. Why is it necessary to control the mind? So I want answers from your side, please. You can type in your chat box. Why do you feel that it is necessary to control our mind? And when you will participate, then you will understand it better. Or you can unmute also, or you can tell like that also. I'll be happy to hear like that also. So here is answer from Dr. Ramaiah sir. To solve any issues. Very good, thank you. Thank you, sir. Any other answers? Okay, so let us learn, let us see. Here is Dr. Satyanarayan sir, that to make the things in good and perfect, Swati ma'am, if mind wander, we can't focus, right? Very nice, thank you so much. So now let us see what is the need to control the mind. Here is Raghav Dinesh to control ourselves. Very good. So basically, thousands of thoughts breeze through our mind every day. So anybody can tell me how many thoughts are there in our mind in 24 hours? Generally, कितना thoughts हमारे दिमाग से निकलता है? How many thoughts pass through our mind every day? Approximately 1, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200. How much do you feel?
One, definitely.
Sorry, I could not listen. How many thoughts pass through your mind every day? Any idea? 6,000. Here is the answer from Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir. Thank you. Okay, any other guess? Any other guess?
Unlimited, sir.
Unlimited. Okay. Lakhs of thoughts. Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's basically almost 60,000 thoughts which scientists tell. Almost 60,000 thoughts breeze through our mind every day, you know, and there's a whole mechanism how do mind actually process them, how do thoughts are taking you somewhere else. So just a small activity, learn it so that it will be helpful for you. Watch your thoughts because they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions because they become your habits. Watch your habits because they become a character. And watch your character because it becomes your destiny. So from where it started, I hope you remember, from the thought. From the thought it started and we landed in destiny. So just again we will repeat it. Watch your thoughts, and you can, wherever you are, you can, in chorus, you can tell. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits because they become your character. And watch your character because it becomes your destiny. So your destiny was not decided today, and not the moment you joined some college, not the moment you entered and took some branch over there, not the moment you got a PhD degree and then later you became a professor or a faculty in some good college. Not like that. It was decided when somebody else or you yourself from somewhere, maybe it was a magazine or your relative or your neighbors who had put a thought inside your mind that you can go into such and such beautiful college, and from there you can do engineering or whatever field you are doing in. Right? So it was maybe around 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back, and because of that today you are in this destiny. So if our destiny is good today, it was because of our good thoughts, and if it is if your destiny is bad today, it is not as per your this thing it's not getting fitted in your gauge, then it means you had chosen a wrong thought earlier. The thought has got an important role in our life. Please start with it. The thought is like a thread which generally we learns in computer, right? And this small thread, if you are able to control properly, you can make wonderful programs and many other such things. But if you are not able to control, it can create havoc in our life, right? So no wonder people are always eager for the holidays and weekends, right? So just now I was hearing that some students, they were telling that Prabhu, here third wave of corona can come. Then I said, oh, then again the colleges will not be there, then again it will be all online. So they said, oh, yes Prabhu, it's so nice actually, we'll be enjoying the holidays and sitting at the home only, we can do everything. So earlier the situation what we were in, I will show you by a small video. I hope the sound will come to you. I'll check it. So here's a small video, please watch it, and then you will be able to yeah, sound is on. So here, when you go for the work, you go to the college, that is one scenario, and when you come back from the college, that is another scenario. And then I'll ask you your comments about it. You can type in your chat box also. Okay. So I hope you could understand. If you feel this is your situation, till any extent you can type yes if you are 100%, like matching, your condition is matching. If 50-50, then you can say 50-50, or at least 10%, then you can write 10. So what is your reaction? Just I want to see. Students and faculties, everyone can tell, because if you will tell truth, then you will learn a lot today. Yes, everyone is. If you are comfortable, then you can please type. No? Okay, no issues. So just I wanted to tell you, this is actually today's scenario. Somewhere or other, but not always, right? I know this thing, that not always, but somewhere or other we are having this kind of things that our mind should get absorbed completely in the work, in our duties, but whenever duties are there, we want to avoid them, not actually because of anything else, because of our mind only. So how does our mind cheat? So that's the second need of the controlling the mind. Here is a reason for all of us to control the mind. Just like आपने भी बोला है कुछ, some of you have told that we are not able to focus on our work. We can do it more efficiently. So now for few questions from every one of you. If you feel, can type in the chat box yes, yes, yes. Otherwise by raising hands, or I'll guess. So how like, do you feel often nervous or anxious? Then you can tell yes. This is a question number 1. Thank you. Do you frequently worry about insignificant things? छोटी छोटी चीज़ों को लेकर बहुत परेशान हो जाते हैं, like not able to control yourself, and short tempered, or maybe not short tempered, then you will keep on thinking about the thing in your mind again and again. Then you can type yes. I'm not able to see many reactions, but it's okay. Of course, yes. Oh, thank you. Now the reactions has come. Do you constantly feel tired and short of energy? Like I should take glucose, Glucon-D, or something like that. Okay. Do you ever feel an almost irresistible urge to run away from everything? मन करता है कि सब छोड़ छाड़ के भाग जाए कहीं पर, maybe nani, dadi, or gaon, and or in on Himalayas or something like that. I should go away and I should take some rest over there, and then should come attend my duties. Sometimes. Oh, thank you so much. And do you ever feel a complete sense of about the future? What will happen if you are a student? Then about the placement. If you are a faculty, then about maybe I don't know how the things will run. I am not able to. I'm able to do good, but not as much as my expectations is, like that. Okay. And do you want to understand the cause of the problems? Who am I? What is the cause of these problems? I'm trying to control. If I'm able to control one problem, another problem is coming. So what is the root? What is the basis of that problem? अगर जड़ से ही प्रॉब्लम को खत्म कर दिया जाए, then the problem will not be there, but I'm trying to control it, again it's coming up. And then there are few other questions. Who am I? Does God exist? What is written in our Vedas and Bhagavad Gita, and or any other literature like that, any dharma, any literature like that. So if answer is yes, you can clap for yourself because you have accepted the thing from heart, and then you will be able to understand the session better. So now I'm going to show you a small video. That's a basically pantomime. Pantomime means in which you will not get a sound of conversation between two participants, but you will be seeing them, and there will be some background music, instrumental music, and apart from that, this pantomime has got 4 people. One is you yourself, me, matlab hum khud, aap khud, you yourself, me, and my mind. My mind is also depicted by a person. So that is also your mind. You see you yourself as me, and my mind as your mind. And there is third personality. The name is Kali. Kali means the bad effects which are around you, which disturbs you a lot. So I have given us some examples over here through that video, in which you will understand what are those disturbing elements around you or due to your mind. And there is one more personality in this video, that is basically your friend, very good friend, who is trying to help you, who's trying to control, trying to help you to control your mind basically. Okay, so watch it very carefully, very nicely. This video is wonderful, I hope. And this is the first part in which mind is controlling the mind is controlling you. And the second part I will show you after a while, in which you will understand how you can control the mind. Okay, so I would ask after the video how the mind was controlling you. है ना? So please है ना, watch it carefully. Okay, so I hope you could have understood the video properly and could relate with the video also, few things at least. Just like if you want, you can type in chat box also how many of you feel like it was my story. Somewhere it was related to, till some extent it was related to my story. Few incidences which you correlate with it. And like if we recap, then the mind, no, the person, he wanted to do something good, but always mind is coming and putting hurdles in his way. So just like if you want to take a bath, now it's a cold season. So in this season, it is very difficult for us to take bath sometimes, though we know it's good for us, healthy it is, but sometimes we are not able to do. And similarly, few other incidences, like we want to do some work, then there is a distraction because of mobile and few other things like that. And the mind will give you idea, I had taken bath yesterday only, so what is the need to take bath today, or 2 days back only I had taken bath. So that is so many wrong ideas the mind will give us at the moments, right? So that's why it is very, very important to control the mind, right? So now we are going to next part of the presentation. First part was what is the necessity to control the mind. Now the second part is understanding the mind, mechanism of mind. How does it work? Like just like this WebEx is having particular way to handle, and similarly Zoom is having similarly this laptop, my mobile and everything. If I know properly how to like if I want to handle it properly, then before that I have to understand the mechanism of that software or hardware, right? In similar fashion, if we want to control the mind, then I should understand the mechanism of mind. What is mind, and how does it process the thoughts? So it's very complex things. It can't all be described in one session, but still I have tried a bit, just what I can try. So my question to all of you, you can type in your chat box, mind is our friend or enemy? You can type in your chat box, please. What do you think? मन हमारा शत्रु है और दुश्मन है? So you can type in your chat box, what do you feel about your mind? What it is? Both. Dr. Ramaiya has said. Saurabh Sarkaj also has said both. Great. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So actually the correct answer is, some of you may be thinking friend, or some of you may be thinking it's enemy. Like Manisha ji, she has said friend, but sometimes when there is and sometimes it's overthinking, then it's our enemy, right? Then Rajesh is telling friend who does not behave good sometime. Okay. So the correct answer, most appropriate answer, of course these all answers are correct. The most appropriate answer is, it's both basically. How we'll understand it? In front of you on the screen, you are seeing a very sharp knife. The knife itself is good or bad. You can tell itself it's not actually good or it's not bad also. It's a small machine. If it is in the hands of your, let's say, our mother, then it is very good. She can make some good dish out of it. She can use it. And if it is in the hands of some enemy, then he can make our dish only, right? So it depends on how we use it. Correct. Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir has told that it depends upon the usability, how you are going to use it. If person is good, then knife will behave in a good manner. If otherwise, it will be always worst thing. So in similar fashion, the mind is not our friend. Mind is not our enemy. How actually, which factor decide whether the mind will be a friend or enemy? So that is told by Krishna to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book. Actually, it's a book for the whole humanity. There are so many words of wisdom. If we see Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was regular reader of Bhagavad Gita, then including Mahatma Gandhi ji and Henry David Thoreau and many such other great leaders in the society, they had read Bhagavad Gita, and out of the Bhagavad Gita they took out beautiful lessons which we can implement in our day-to-day life, right? So Bhagavad Gita must be read by every person on this planet. It's a beautiful literature. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is a way by which we can control the mind. That way is told in Bhagavad Gita beautifully by Krishna to Arjuna in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. 34th verse, it is written, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramadi balavadhrinam tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. So Arjuna is telling to Krishna, my mind is restless. My mind is chanchalam. Chanchalam is restless, just like an ordinary child we see. He is very chanchal. He will always, sometime there, sometime there, sometime there, sometime there. Like a monkey, he'll be wandering here and there. So mind is also like that. It's very turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Balabhat dhridam. Balabhat matlab very strong, takatvar. And dhridam matlab very strong. And oh Krishna, to subdue it, it seems me more difficult than controlling the wind. So Arjuna was such a powerful warrior, such a powerful archer. He could fix his arrow on some target. It may be around 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, it will hit the target. So how much mind he must be having the controlled mind, but still he is telling, I can control the wind by my arrows, but I can't control my mind at any cost. So please tell me a way out, how to control it. So then let us see what is the answer of Krishna. Asamshayam mahabaho manodunigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena chigrahite. तो बोल रहे हैं यस अर्जुन, ये बहुत डिफिकल्ट है माइंड को कंट्रोल करना, नो डाउट्स, वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट देयर इज स्टिल अ होप फॉर यू. देयर आर टू वेज टू कंट्रोल द माइंड, अभ्यासेना एंड वैराग्येण. What is this abhyasa? Abhyasa means constant practice. The mind is going to some place, just like we saw in the video. It was going towards so many things. So let us bring it back, which we'll see in the second part of the video now. It's going and bring it back. It's going, bring it back. Just as a small child we teach. He goes to play, then we'll tell him, okay, don't play more than 1 hour. If he plays, then we'll bring it back. Then again he'll go, we'll bring it back. Sometimes we'll punish him, sometimes we'll scold him, sometimes we'll actually we'll try to pursue him that this is not good for you, we'll give him good advices. So this is constant practice. And the second thing is detachment with that thing. If you are having so much attachment with the scenarios, with circumstances, with the people and all those kind of things, then your mind will automatically go toward that thing. So you have to detach your mind from that thing, Arjuna, and then you have to do the constant practice to bring it back again and again. So like that, Krishna has told these beautiful two things, and let us see how these two things are implemented in in the second part of the video, and you can share your ideas after that about it. Okay, so there's a part 2 now, so watch it carefully. There are some practical ways in which we can implement in our life and can control the mind. Sorry. Uh-oh.
Mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of oneself. So we have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is unsuccessful. Even they have no mind to hear. You chant loudly, Hare Krishna, they will hear. Their mind will be there.
Hare Krishna. So I hope you could have got some tips, some ideas from the video, like how we can control the mind, right? So if you want, you can share in the chat box kuch tarike, some ways, some practical ways by which we can control our mind, because it's very, very control, right? We learned how to control. Why is it necessary to control our mind? So there were some things, some two important things which were told in this video, second part of the video. So you can share what did you understand from it. Yes. Okay. So basically there were two, three things. First, don't get involved into what wrong thing comes at your doorstep, because once you get involved, then it will cheat you. And now suppose we are into it, then what to do? Then there is a, like, we can read some good books, some good literature, just like there was suggestion of Bhagavad Gita or whatever good book you feel. Second is we can do some meditation, some kind of mantra chantings, and we can focus onto that thing. So we'll learn now exactly what to do in this methods of mind control. So in methods of mind control, you can categorize into three categories: physical method, mental method, and then there is spiritual method. What is physical method? Just like we if you say, like, we wear our slippers. So generally we wear our slippers in the right leg first, and then you think like, no, I'll wear it I'll wear the first left part of the slipper. So then you have to focus over there. This is physics. Your body is involved. Let's say we are involved in counting. So you can count wherever you are sitting with me. I'll count from 1 to 10. Okay. So generally, whenever the participants, because the WebEx and it has got some limitations. So generally we count in chorus. So wherever you are, you can count with me. We'll count from 1 to 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It was very easy. Now we'll count, but in the reverse order. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. I hope you are counting with me. Then we'll count reverse order and the alternate numbers. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and then we'll again count, but we will we'll leave the two numbers in reverse direction. 10, 7, 4, and 1. Okay. So I hope the most difficult one was the last one, in which we were leaving the two numbers and then we were counting in reverse direction. So in that you have to focus the most, right? So this is called physical method. Mental method means doing like you are very disturbed, you go to sleep, so then you get a fresh mind. Then you are just doing some yoga pranayams, and then there is third method, that is called spiritual method, because both of these has got some limitation. As soon as you will go into the world, again your mind will get disturbed. Just like, suppose here are, you can understand what it is. We call in local language, it's like a cake of the cow dung, or इसको local language में kanda, chana, something like that they tell. So suppose you keep 2, 3 one above each other and you put some cream over it and then one small cherry, how beautiful it is. But no one of us will be ready to eat it, because we know what is there inside it: gobar, the cow dung. And in similar manner, no one of us would like to associate with a person, or no one would like to associate with me if I'm not a good person. I'm very good, handsome looking, and my dressing also is very good. But if inside I'm not properly situated, then people will not like to talk to me, interact with me. So that gobar, that dirt has to be taken out. Sorry, I'm just giving an analogy, an example. So this dirt has to be taken out. Just temporarily removing the problems will not work. So generally we do a small activity. Let's say you are having a beaker, and that beaker you put crystal clear water, and inside that crystal clear water you put mud. And now if I ask you that how to purify that water, then probably you'll say that we'll utilize the filter, but we don't have the filter. So how we can do it? We can put more water into the beaker, and that will replace the old water, the contaminated water. And like that, you will have a fresh, very crystal clear water. In similar manner, if I can control my mind, it means that controlling my mind means not making the thoughts shunya, zero. No, you replace your mind thoughts with other beautiful thoughts, and then your mind will be under your control. So that's the method. Is basically we do mantra meditation. You can chant any mantra. Generally, I chant this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So wherever you are, I will chant. I'll finish within 2-3 minutes. Wherever you are, you can chant with me. 21 times you'll be chanting. Okay. So this is a sound meditation. Whatever you will pronounce, just focus onto it, not silently. Okay. Chant loudly and listen it attentively. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Slowly you can open your eyes. I hope you liked it very much. So you can do this properly 108 times. 108 बार आप daily कर सकते हैं. It will give you a lot of relaxation. And second thing is you can read some thought provoking and good books, some good literature, which will also help you in this regard. Okay. So this lifestyle is very, very bad. We know so many exam pressure, this and that, so much competition, stress and anxiety. So today's word, stress, anxiety, fatigue, depression, restlessness, so many problems. So we have altogether seminars like that, series of seminars. If we wish, we can attend like that. Okay. So I hope you could understand what I want to say today. Just implement few things like meditation, mantra meditation, and this reading good literature. And if you have any further queries, then through Priyanka ma'am, you can get connected to me for any sessions or anything. Okay. So thank you so much. Thanks for all the participants and our dear faculties over here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So that was a wonderful session, and I hope that everyone enjoyed the session and gained so much, which is very, very unique actually, very different from other sessions. And I tried to put it in the very first slot so that we can get freshen up and, listening from the very fresh mind, it gives really a good impact. So, I really feel sorry, Prabhuji, that I not discussed where the Prabhuji at present is. So just to give a small introduction of the very great personality which were been there with us for the last 1 hour. Please, I just want to introduce Prabhuji.